What up? This is Ramashkrin covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix animated series Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 5, aka Final Season. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you could get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix and DreamWorks Animation for granting me the screeners to this entire final season. It goes without saying that even though I will not be spilling spoilers here, this review is mainly for those of you, my fellow Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous fans, who already know what's up. Oh my god, it bums me out to acknowledge that we have come to the end of this wonderful show. I mean, sure, it's still gonna be available forever on Netflix for you to rewatch anytime you want, but this is it! No more new seasons beyond this. And that kind of makes me feel sad. Because yeah, even though some of the seasons were not as good as the others, but overall, who would have thought that that big blockbuster movie franchise could be spinned off into this episodic thrilling adventure, let alone in an animated storytelling format that's edgy and bold. But they did it, and they deserve a pat on the back for having done so. Now, as you may recall, I was not a fan of the previous season 4, mainly because they went overboard with the sci-fi. It was dumb. There were not enough dinosaurs and too many annoying Brad robots. And Cash was a lame bad guy. He was a sniveling douche. Cash is like a kid who grew up evil just because he wasn't allowed to sit with the cool kids at the cafeteria back in high school. But I'm happy to tell you that this new season 5 is a major improvement in terms of the story, the drama, and the dino suspense. And yes, you guessed it correctly, Kenji's dad, Mr. Khan, is the one who's giving the camp fam a hard time in this one. And let me tell you, Mr. Khan is as sinister as it gets. Mr. Khan is manipulative and conniving and would sacrifice anybody who gets in between him and profit. Season 5 takes the show back to its core, to the reason why Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is so beloved. With all the excitement and the pulse-pounding chases and the near-death or the close calls, but it's also about where your loyalty lies, and it's about conservation, and about fighting for what you believe is right. You can tell that a lot of care went into making sure that this show finishes on a high note. Developed by Zack Stentz, showrun by Scott Creamer and Aaron Hammersley, and executive produced by Steven Spielberg, Colin Trevorrow, and Frank Marshall, set against the timeline of the blockbuster Jurassic World films, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous follows a group of 6 teenagers chosen for a once-in-a-lifetime experience at Camp Cretaceous, a new adventure camp on the opposite side of Isla Nublar, who must work together to survive. In Season 5, the arrival of Kenji's father, Mr. Khan, renews hope of a rescue for the campers. But as the nefarious plans of Manticore come into focus and one of the camp fam turns on their own, the others must band together if they want to save the dinosaurs and ever make it home. Voice starring Paul-Mikel Williams, Jenna Ortega, Ryan Potter, Rainy Rodriguez, Sean Jambron, and Kozar Muhammad, co-starring Glenn Powell, Jamila Jamil, Kirby Howell-Baptiste, and Haley Joel Osment. Do those stupid Brad robots still show up in this new season? Yes, but luckily, not as often as they did before. They appear here and there whenever the scripts need a little extra threat to complicate the character's objective. So those robots are more supporting roles now, and they are no longer front and center. By the way, those biomes actually come in handy. Sometimes they provide cover for our protagonists at just the right moment. Ooh, I almost forgot. There are a total of 12 episodes in this new season 5. It's the most out of them all. So that's very satisfying, huh? Especially if you've been a fan since the very beginning. Now, I know you want to know which dinosaurs are featured in this new season 5. There isn't really any more room for new dinos. So what you saw in the previous season 4 are the same ones you see here again, basically. But one of the few new ones is a Nothosaurus, which is an aquatic dinosaur. Now, where and how this Nothosaurus crosses paths with the Nublar 6 Well, you'll just have to find that out for yourself. But that hungry little bastard definitely makes its presence known. The dinosaurs that for whatever reason keep popping up are Baryonyx and those spitting Dilophosaurus. I mean, in this season 5, it's like they're freaking everywhere. Usually, specific groups of dinosaurs would have their own areas or their own regions that they stick with, but apparently the whole island is a playground to Baryonyx and Dilophosaurus. Now, your next question is probably, Rama, how does this new season 5 connect to the events in the recently released movie Jurassic World Dominion? Well, it seems that season 5 is set right before all that's happening in Jurassic World Dominion. So you can describe season 5 as a precursor, if you will. There's a character in Jurassic World Dominion that crosses over into season 5 and serves as a bridge between the two. I think it's clever if you ask me, because not only does that maintain that continuity, but season 5 is also not bogged down by the mainland commotion, and the way the writers incorporate that whole thing goes along with the story as opposed to distract you or take a detour elsewhere. It's just a fantastic strategy all around. Okay, let's talk about the Nublar 6. In the previous seasons, Darius had a bad habit of flying solo, and that issue had been addressed multiple times. Well, in this season 5, everybody, with the exception of Kenji, seems to be operating on auto cruise control, meaning they can delegate responsibility to each other and they would almost always rise to the occasion. Sammy in particular is extra badass in this one, and they are so in sync now. They know exactly what each of them needs to do function-wise. As for Kenji, wow, Kenji redefines daddy issues like no other. The guy is so desperate and so insecure. Kenji will infuriate you at times. Hell, he pisses me off. I mean, he's got this awesome hot girlfriend, Brooklyn, whom he arguably doesn't deserve, but he wastes that away just to seek his old man's validation. That void in his soul makes him a sad, sad man. Oh, Kenji, what are we gonna do with you, brother? Ooh. There's new romance in the air, and everybody say, "Aww." That's it. That's all I can say about that without getting myself in trouble. My lips are sealed and I'm throwing away the keys. And finally, let me bring this video review to a conclusion. I like the themes in season 5. The writers basically keep it simple. Hey, we're not meant to control wildlife, and we always have a choice to either be a self-centered prick or a selfless member of a family who will always have your back no matter what. And what I will miss the most about these characters are their persistence and resilience. I mean, my God, they are awe-inspiring. Yes, it's sad that Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous has come to an end, but I think you're gonna enjoy how heartfelt, how purposeful, how significant, and how awesome this finale is. I mean, this is ending a show done right.